I'll normally do one hack, but I've got 2 hacks this week just to bring to you. So yeah, we're about to get hacked. Let me just bring it up. I've been working quite hard on this, so I want you to check it out. We're being hacked. Do you like it? So here we go. Paul, there is a real background behind you, or is that a hologram? Well, now you know. Now you know. That was my salon, but I recently just purchased a green screen to bring you this, an interactive sort of chat show, to be able to bring you different things that are happening behind, but to yeah, just a bit different. Like I said at the beginning, a bit different. But yeah, you can tell it's not a hologram, it's a green screen. But this is now, we're in the hacked area, and we're going to be bringing you 2 hacks in a second and 2 bits of information. So this hacked segment of the show is going to be where I'm just sort of telling you different ways to use products or tools or things I've learned over recent or over the years, just to again talk with clients. If you're a client watching this, you can go to your hairdresser and say, oh, did you know, sort of thing. What's this? Sir, you are the institution. Thank you, Samia. Appreciate it. Hacks are always good. Hacks are always good. And I've got 2 for you. So do you also teach finger waves with hairstyles? So funny you say that. I've been watching so much on finger waves at the minute, and it's so, I mean, to do it, it's so intricate. That's the word I was trying to get out of my head. Intricate, because to get that sort of wave and then kick it back round, it's amazing. So I've done finger waves, but it's not something I've ever taught. If it's a video that you guys would like to see, then it's probably something I could do. But let's get on to the hacks. Ready? Whoop. There we go. A dry shampoo hack. And I did this on YouTube as a short, and I did it on TikTok as well. And it's something that when I talk to clients, they're sort of like, really? That's when you use it. So it's not really a hack. It's just like, it's just a way of using a product that you should use it, but a lot of people have thought not to use it that way. They use it a different way. So with a dry shampoo, traditionally, people would let their hair get really dirty, really greasy, spray it in, and then brush it through, blow dry it, and make it look and feel fresh. But my dry shampoo hack for you, if you're a client or if you're a stylist, to tell your clients this is the best way to use a dry shampoo, is to, as soon as you've washed your hair, blow dried your hair, and there's 0 product in there, or there could be a little bit of styling in there, but it's just clean hair, get your dry shampoo and just spray it into your roots. And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of dry shampoo at that moment, because your hair is super clean. It's not as if you're trying to remove loads of buildup of grease or product. You just like lift it up, spritz, 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 all the way through those little sections, massage it into your head, or the client's head, or the client massages it into their head. And because it's already in your hair, when oil starts to develop or product starts to build, the dry shampoo is already in there. So that's going to take away that buildup and that oily sort of look. So you'll get much, much longer out your blow dry. It also makes hair look and feel a little bit thicker if that's what you want, because you can just zhuzh it up a little bit. But because it's already in your hair, you don't need to spray it in. It's already there doing its magic, and your hair will be cleaner for longer. So that's one. I've just seen. He is a beast, not an institution. Thank you, Mark. Oh, that's what I'm going to call my my academy, the Beast Academy. Yes, it is. That would be awesome. How often you can use purple shampoo on safe side? That's a great question, and that was going to be another hack for another week, but I'll probably bring it back. But it depends on the porosity of your hair. With using silver shampoo, you've got to be really careful not to obviously build up, because if you build up on the hair, you can get that real sort of purple look to your hair, which nobody wants unless you are going for a purple rinse. But I would just say once a week. And I would say as soon as you've had your hair coloured and then toned, I would say you've got a good sort of 4 or 5 weeks before you've got to use a purple shampoo, because all you're going to be doing is counteracting what's on the hair. So if you've gone for a silver blonde and you think, right, I'm going to use silver shampoo on this as soon as I wash it tomorrow, it's probably not silver enough for you, if that's what you're sort of thinking, because you want more in there. I would say, as soon as you had your hair coloured, leave the purple shampoos or the purple conditioners 4 weeks, 5 weeks until you really want to use it, because I know things will. What's that? Where is Prince Harry the cat? He's outside scratching the door. But yeah, there shouldn't be really any yellow buildup within that first 4 weeks, really. Thinking about it, 3 weeks possibly, depending. This is one thing, depending how much heat styling you're doing. So if you wash your hair a lot, if you straighten it a lot, if you blow dry it a lot, if you tong it a lot, all those heated tools and shampooing of a non-violet shampoo is going to really take its toll. So all of those things are going to be making your hair color fade quicker. So if you find your hair fades quicker and yellow creeps in, soon as that sort of yellow pigment starts to creep in, then use it. But one thing to really pay attention to is in the salon, when you want to get those icy blondes, trying to be like really politically, not just, you know what I mean? Just trying to be really, if the hair isn't lifted to the palest of yellows, you're going to get yellows creeping in quicker, is basically what I'm trying to say. So if you're wanting to go bright blonde and stay brighter, your highlights or your roots need to be lifted more than what they already are. So that's just a top tip. But yeah, how often can you use purple shampoo? You can use it as much as you want, but porosity on the ends as well is something you've got to be really careful of. So if you've got really porous ends, like a sponge, that will soak up that purple tone quicker than sort of like the healthier hair. So then you're going to get that really dry looking silver ends that we don't really want. As a hairdresser, I would hate to see one of my clients with like a two-tone look just because they're using too much purple shampoo. But yeah, that's the hair hack for dry shampoo.